Hello, and welcome back to Diecast Graveyard. My name is Paul. We got a pretty wild build today. We have here an original Redline Splittin image. Now this car was released on the second edition of the releases from Hot Wheels, so this came out in 1969. That's a pretty cool car, and believe it or not, these cars were actually pretty fast on the track because they were so heavy. There was a huge metal base on there, and they actually ran pretty darn good. I had two of these in my collection when I was a kid. One was dark blue, one was light blue. But I remember it like it was yesterday. They're fantastic. Well, I've got this for a friend of mine that we're going to restore this. We may do a color change, but we're going to restore this to its former glory. So grab your favorite adult beverage and join in on this Splittin image. Here I've already got the car drilled apart. Now, like I said, the base on this thing was extremely heavy, so it was really fast down the track. Let's go ahead and evaluate the parts here. Here's the top or the body of the car. It's in pretty good shape. Now the posts on these things are very short, and they're also very narrow. So you're definitely going to have to use the 1-72 screws here. The base is in pretty good shape. We'll have to replace the wheels, of course. But it's tarnished up pretty good, so we'll have to clean that up. Interior's in good shape. We just got to clean that up with some soapy water and a toothbrush. The windshield doesn't have any cracks in it, but it definitely needs to be cleaned up and taken care of. Let's go ahead and continue. We got to file down the tops of the posts here to flatten them out a little bit. But like I said, you got to really be careful here, because if you take too much, you're not going to have anything for the screws to bite into when you go ahead and drill these out. Now I'm going to be using a 1/16 inch screw, and I believe in metric that's a 1.58. So whatever you happen to use if you're overseas from the United States, I believe it's a 1.588 millimeter. But you can double check that for sure. Just go ahead and flatten off the burrs on the tops of the post and get ready to drill. I'm going to go ahead and speed this up because this is kind of boring here, but we'll go ahead and drill these posts out. Take your center punch, find a good center point on there to drill, and go ahead and use this 1/16 inch bit. Now just be careful with how deep you drill. You've got to check it constantly to make sure that you're not going to drill through the top of the car. Almost done here. That turned out pretty good. We got the screws in, no issues. Let's go ahead and continue. Here we're going to put the body in the embalming fluid. I get the car coated inside and out because we are going to do a color change here. Get it coated really well. Let it drip off. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on that little bell to be alerted to any future videos that come out. We'll let that set for a little bit. When the paint looks like it's bubbled off, then it's time to go ahead and run it under the hot water and scrub it down with a toothbrush and clean it off. We polished up the body and we cleaned it off with the Zep degreaser. Now we're going to spray it with Spectre Flame Magenta. And this was a request from my buddy here who wanted me to restore this car for him. So we cleaned it off really good and we polished it up. We also scrubbed it down with the degreaser, like I said. And that's a definite step that you have to do in order for you to be able to make sure that the paint is going to stick properly. I go through and I put on a light mist coat here, or a tack coat, and then I'll let it set for about 15 minutes. That gives the paint time to start to set up, and any other additional paint that you put on after that, it'll give it something to hold on to. This magenta is a beautiful color, and it was a great choice. Make sure you get all inside the fender wells, etc., and get everything covered. We're going to let this set for about 15 minutes after doing this tack coat, and then we're going to come back in and do some saturation coats. But we're going to make this paint job look fantastic. Let's move on.
Meanwhile, back in the graveyard.
Here's the base. Now normally I would put this in a mixture of lime away and water, but I'm trying this new product, this Flitz Metal Pre-Clean. I got this sent to me from the nice folks at Flitz. Now I'm spraying it inside the box because I don't want it sprayed all over my desk. The other thing here is this particular cleaner needs to be wiped off almost immediately, so get scrubbing immediately, don't let it set. It says so on the directions. Now the other thing with this cleaner is it does have some fumes to it, so you want to use it in a well-ventilated area, and make sure you wear your safety gear. Wear your gloves, wear your safety glasses so you don't get any of this stuff in your eye if you're scrubbing it with a brush, and it'll be fine. Just scrub all the areas you can. If you have to spray a little bit more on there, please do. And then as soon as you're done, go ahead and get it under the sink with some hot soapy water and scrub it down with a toothbrush. That'll get all that residual chemical off there. That's looking pretty good. Now here it is after we've rinsed it off and cleaned it off. It definitely took away that tarnish, which is really good. Now we're ready to polish the base and make it look super great. Great job. Now we're going to use the Flitz polish. I absolutely love this product. You can definitely get a great shine with this polish, but you don't want to put too much of the product on because, one, all you're doing is wasting it. And it takes a long time for it to start to blend into the metal so you can polish out all the tarnish and everything you're trying to do. Let's go ahead and speed this up. You've seen me polish cars before. So sit back with your adult beverage and enjoy the show. That's looking absolutely sweet. We'll get that cleaned off really well and get all the extra polish out from inside the lettering and stuff like that. Now let's go ahead and do the wheels. I got 2 wheels off pretty easy, but these other 2 wheels, they're not coming off so easy, so I'm going to go ahead and clip these off. I got these little nips here at Harbor Freight, but this tool's only a couple of bucks. So get down as close to the bearing as you can without clipping into the bearing and snip that wheel, and it should just fall right off like that. Now sometimes I've had to snip a wheel 3 or 4 times. You got to remember these things are like 50 years old. So it's going to be different. Here I've got 4 new meats ready to put on this car. I got 2 large meats for the back and 2 medium meats for the front. Go ahead and push them on with your fingers without pushing them on too hard. This is going to make this car look fantastic. Now take your Redline shop tool, which I thought was on the desk, but it's actually inside the desk drawer. So I had to fish it out. Here we go. Redline shop. This is where I get almost all my products from when I'm restoring my Redlines. And I even use some of the things from the Redline shop on a lot of my newer models too. So check out what John has to offer at the Redline shop. Put the little tool in there between the bearing and the body and push it on with your thumb to seat the wheel. Now sometimes this tool won't fit in there because the quarters are kind of tight in there. You're just going to have to push it on with your thumb and be real ginger about it so you don't bend the axle. This one here, fortunately, it's got plenty of room for the tool. That looks nice. Now you need to wipe it down and get all those big fingerprints off there, and that'll look fantastic on the finished model. Don't forget to check out the Redline shop, folks. They got a lot of great products, and if you don't see what you're looking for, ask.
Someone is being exhumed.
Here we've got all the parts. We got the body. We got that beautiful Spectre Flame Magenta paint job on this car. It looks fantastic. I love all the Redline shop paints. Beautiful, beautiful paints. And this hardener activator. Now the mixture on this is 5-to-1. 5 parts of paint to 1 part hardener activator. We detailed up the tail lights. That looks fantastic. Here's the base. We polished this up We put 4 brand new meats all the way around. That looks really good. We got the windshield. Now there's a few deep digs in there, but you really didn't need to do anything else with it. Interior looks fantastic. And here's the engine that I got out of an older car, and I cleaned it up with a Molotow chrome pen. Let's put all this stuff together and see what we got. Like I said, don't forget to hit the Redline shop. Fantastic products, folks, and I know I'm pushing it, but I believe in the products so much. And here's what we started with, this Redline Splittin image. Now again, this car came out in the second edition of Hot Wheels that was released in 1969. We took the car apart, we stripped the paint, we gave it a beautiful Spectre Flame Magenta paint job. We changed out the wheels with brand new wheels from the Redline shop. We polished up the body, we polished up the base, we polished up and cleaned the windows, we polished up and cleaned the interior. Well, we didn't polish it up, we just cleaned it. And we put a brand new engine in there from another Splittin image and cleaned it up with a Molotow chrome pen. And here's what we got to. Look at how nice this car turned out. This is definitely something that anyone would be proud to have in their collection. Now, if you've got old Redlines and stuff like that, folks, just follow the videos. Follow the videos. It only takes practice to get your skills down to do this yourself. And I would rather have one of these restored cars in my collection than an old beater that people call like a filler car or something like that. All right? Now, some cars in their original condition are worth more. But you know what? These are only toys. That's all they are. Now, some people will curse at you for saying that, but I had so much fun restoring this car, and you can too, and you can do this. I've got an Amazon influencer page that you can check it out, my marketplace page, in the comments section. See what we've got to offer, and you got any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. This video was brought to you by the Redline Shop. The Redline Shop offers a complete line of decals, tools to take your car apart, put them back together, replacement hoods, replacement glass, those beautiful Redline tires, and of course, the world famous Spectre Flame paints. Fantastic products. The Redline Shop at www.redlineshop.com, where Redlines come to life. I want to thank you for joining me here today in Diecast Graveyard. If you've got a car or something you want me to restore for you or a custom you want me to make, just get a hold of me in the comments and I'll get back to you. I've been spending the Christmas holidays getting caught up on things that I owe for folks, and I'm getting caught up really fast. So if you got something, now's a good time to get a hold of me. My name is Paul with Diecast Graveyard. It's an absolute pleasure to make these videos for you, and just keep hitting the subscribe button and the like button, and I got a lot more stuff coming up here in the near future. All have a great day, please, and here's to a great 2021 for everybody. Cheers.